Assalamu alaikum, namaste, sat sri akal, shalom and good day. You are listening to the Awaaz Community Radio station. And we're broadcasting live from the ITC Centre Family Fun Day and Open Day. Looking for a new challenge? Something stopping you getting your dream job? Well, come on down to the ITC Centre Open Day and let's see how we can help you. There's information about courses in ESOL, Life in the UK Test Preparation, GCSEs and A-Levels, BTEC Diploma in Health and Social Care, access to nursing qualifications, and functional skills English and Maths, IT from entry level 2 to level 2. We also have information about CSCS, that's Construction Skills Certification Scheme, Warehouse Operatives, Door Supervisor, Level 2 in Customer Services, Early Years Educator Level 3, Diploma in Hairdressing QCF Level 2 to 3, Supporting Teaching and Learning in Schools Level 3, Certificate in Education and Training QCF Level 4, and Level 2 Diploma in Beauty Therapy Makeup, and so much more.
I dreamed you dreamed of me, calling out my name. Is it worth the price? Take that taste.
And don't forget the Family Fun Day element. We have the bouncy castle, the face and henna painting. We have food, ice cream, corn. We have so much going on. Oh, and the barbecue. Did I mention the barbecue? So come on down. Bring your family and friends down. It's the 6th of August 2015. The ITC Centre are having a Family Fun Day and Open Day for the whole community. If you need any more information, just give us a call on 0161 839 9817. You can email us awaz464@aol.com. Our address is 122 Waterloo Road, Cheetham Hill, Manchester, M8 8AF. Come on down. Don't worry about that weather. It's going to brighten up, I promise you. Thank you for listening to Awaaz Community Radio with your host Saira, and I have our new local councillor here to chat with me. Hi Julie.
Hi Saira, how are you?
I'm really good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you so much for coming over to the ITC Centre Family Fun Day and Open Day.
You're very welcome.
And
thank you for inviting me.
Oh, you're very welcome. Well, you know, it's open to everyone in the community, and we wanted to invite our local councillors as well.
Good.
So can I ask you to introduce yourself a little bit to our listeners? I've said you're Julie, and you're a new local councillor, but I'll let you take it from there.
Okay. Hi everybody, my name is Councillor Julie Connolly. I'm newly elected councillor from May 2015 for Manchester Labour Party. So I'm here to represent you and your community, the whole community of Cheetham, and I'm really, really pleased to be invited here today to this community event. I'm really interested and want to get involved in communities and community politics, and that's what I'm here for. And if there's anything I can do to help anybody, please get in touch.
Fantastic. Well, I think one of the best, I'm sorry with the music in the background, that's actually DJ Twins,
right.
A local, I think it's collective the right terminology. It's DJ Twins. They do the DJ, they do music,
right.
And we're very lucky to have them here today providing live fun music.
Yep.
So that's the sound you hear in the background.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
But I think that's great that, you know, councillors like yourself are attending our event, because this is happening in the community and this is your opportunity to meet people.
Yeah. The ward that I represent is made up of Cheetham Hill, Cheapwood and Collyhurst, and within that area, it's a very big area, there are lots of community groups doing really, really good work for all our communities, and that provides education, there's food banks, there's language classes, there's a whole range and diverse range of services being delivered by community groups in the voluntary sector in Cheetham as well as by the council, and I am really proud to know these groups and want to thank them, A, for doing it, but B, let me know what you're doing, because then I can pass on by word of mouth and to promote your groups with other groups that I come across. So community engagement is, for our communities to work, we've got to engage. All communities have to engage with each other and support each other, and that's my message. So if there's anything I can do to help anybody, either a group or an individual, please do not hesitate to get in touch with me.
That's great, and of course we need the councillor support for equality and diversity, which is what our focus is today.
Good.
We've got a number of courses happening today, and well, there's information available one-to-one. You can speak to the tutors, and we're trying to help people in the communities, especially the BME, who find it hard, who have certain obstacles in the way of reaching their goals, achieving what they want to achieve. So today's Fun Day is also about bringing different communities together, tackling equality and diversity, and giving them more opportunities.
Yeah, I think one of the things that we should all be aware of and should be conscious of and promote at all time is equality of opportunity, which is giving people the same access. So the work goes in right at the very beginning to make sure that everybody has the same access to everything that they want to. So you level the playing field up first. You don't level it up after. You start off by saying, this is what you want to do. How can we make this work for you? And that's what equality of opportunity is. And anything we can do that makes any person in this community feel better, prosper, be healthier, have fun, enjoy life, that's what we're here for.
You put that so much better than I could have. Thank you, Julie.
Okay, thank you.
Well, I'm going to let you get back to having a browse around the stalls.
Okay, that's great.
Can we at all tempt you on the bouncy castle?
No, not today.
Not today?
No. I didn't come prepared for that.
You didn't come prepared, no. I think there's a number of staff members and adults wandering around, got their eye on the bouncy castle.
Well, I wish them luck.
Thank you very much for
No
chatting
problem.
to Awaaz Community Radio.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Awaaz Community Radio, and I have Irfan with me. Hi, Irfan.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm pretty good. I'm enjoying the atmosphere today.
Yeah, well, it's beautiful here. You can see people from different communities. You can see a real diversity here in Manchester.
I'm so
ITC
pleased you said
Centre.
that,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we're all about the equality and diversity today.
Exactly. It's really very good to see people from different cultures, different faiths coming here. It's amazing, yeah.
Great, thank you. So, Irfan, can you tell our listeners a little bit more about who you are and what you do?
Well, okay. I'm Irfan Said, and I live just across the border in Salford. And I'm living in UK since 2007. And I do a lot of different things in Salford. I started with volunteering actually in Salford, and I actually am one of the founders of a group called Little Holton and Wogden Unity Group, where we try to promote cultural community cohesion and social inclusion. And then from there we set up another big organization in Salford for BME communities. And I'm one of the founders and the co-chair there. And then I thought that it's good to have BME communities, then we need to have some interfaith things. So with other colleagues we founded Salford Interfaith Network. And I was chairing the Salford Interfaith Network for 2 years to promote different faiths, to get people together. And then after that, I thought, no, we need to do something more. And then we founded an organization called Salford Health Watch. So it is actually a national organization where we have got health watches in every part of the country, and in Manchester, in Stockport, in London. So it's a statutory organization. So I was one of the founders and chair of the Health Watch Salford.
That's great, because we've had actually Health Watch on the radio.
Yeah, is
we
it?
We have,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah, that's good, because it is really very good organizations where they look after the services. People actually can come there, and if they have got issues. But it is not more often listed companies about promoting the services available. So I gotten this honor and a privilege to chair Health Watch Salford and being one of the founding members of Health Watch. And besides that, I'm also a trustee at Salford CVS, where we promote volunteering and where we try to get all the community groups together and see how we can help and support them. So this is all what I do as a volunteer, but I'm also working for Greater Manchester Mental Health Foundation Trust. So my role is advocacy, outreach, and advice. And besides that, what I do is I do my master's in social work in the University of Salford. So that's what I do actually, little volunteering, some paid work, and do my master's also.
It's quite a lot, really. I like how you went on to each next section by saying, I thought, well, that's not really enough. I'll do a bit more.
Well, it is good because when you do something, there's always some kind of a need there. And when you saw the need and the gap, because you have to build bridges to bring the communities together, and if you don't do anything. So I remember a quote from one of the founding members of India, Mahatma Gandhi. He said, if you want to see a change, you must be that change. So that's what I thought, I never knew actually that what the
quote.
volunteering is. I used to live in Russia. I speak very fluently 5 languages. And I was all my life in business. So then coming to UK and then looking at voluntary work, doing things without money, it was strange for me. But now I realize why people do volunteering, because it does make a lot of difference in the people's lives. Yeah.
Can I just say, it's really heartwarming to hear about people like yourself who, come to that realisation and want to do a bit more for the community, and then trying to encourage more community cohesion.
Well, it is good, and plus also I'm very grateful to the Salford City Council, Salford people, that they recognize my work. So I got a Volunteer of the Year award, Heart of Salford award. I also got People's Citizens Award. So there are many awards. So award is not something that, it's about recognition. So if I don't get anything doing volunteer, but this recognition is more than what people earn or what people do, because they will remain with me forever. And I'm really honored and a great privilege to bag those awards. Even I got the Student of the Year as a volunteer in the University of Salford. So it is a recognition, and I'm honored to have those recognitions and awards in my name. So yeah, that is also one of the rewards I got it from volunteering.
And it's an honour for us to have someone like yourself to come on our radio and, tell our listeners about this. I'm hoping that our listeners will be inspired by you and, perhaps take it upon themselves to do a bit more.
Well, actually, I was also like that, why should I do these things? I had got a family, I need to earn money, but it's not all about family, it's all about community, about the people. Because if you do something for the community, and then it will come back to you. So when the community will be there, when they will be educated, when they will do some good work, when there will be no barriers or anything like that. So it will ultimately help you also. So that's what is helping me also. For example, I learned from volunteering so many things. Now I'm doing my master's as a social worker, so I will be a future social worker. So it is all helping me. So it's always, if you do something, you will always get in return, something back that will help you.
That's very true.
Yeah.
You get out what you put in.
Exactly. That's what I think.
Thank you very much, Irfan, for coming
over.
over.
It's an honor to be here. Thank you very much for inviting me here.
You're very welcome.
That. Thank you.
And I shall let you get back to browsing the stalls and
enjoying
yourself.
Well, there is a barbecue there. I just wanted to try that.
So
it's
smell
amazing.
The barbecue.
Yeah, that's why, I just looking over there. But thank you very much for organizing this event. It is really, you are bridging the communities, bringing people together from different faiths, different color, different nationalities, and it does make a difference in the community. So thank you very much for that.
We really appreciate your feedback. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for listening to Awaaz Community Radio with your host Saira. We're broadcasting from the Family Fun Day and Open Day at the ITC Centre. And my guest now to have a chat with me is Janet. Hi, Janet.
Hi.
Hiya, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I've got some actually food. Can you see just right over there? I've got some chicken biryani waiting for me.
Yeah,
I'll just have it after we've spoken.
You need to be eating that, really.
I'm professional. I won't eat at the same time as I'm on the radio. So thank you for coming over. I hope you get a chance in a bit to walk around and enjoy the stalls. So, Janet, can you tell our listeners as to what you do and why you're here?
Yes, of course I can. I work for Upturn, which is a social enterprise based in Oldham. We're funded by different housing associations to go into their areas, into their estates or tower blocks, and work with their tenants to help them get into work or to training, just to really see what their needs are, to be fair, and work one-to-one with them, as well as have a weekly job club where they can come and gain internet access, help with universal credit claims, help with benefits or sanctions if that's the way that it's gone. So whatever help the individual needs, we're there for. So, but hopefully at the end of it all, we get them a nice job in a nice friendly environment with a cup of tea and a biscuit and no pressure. And it works very, very well. We've been over on the Cheatwood Centre over near Cheetham Hill for about 2.5 years, but unfortunately the Cheatwood Centre is closed now, so we're looking for a new venue. So I'm hoping that we can work with ITC and we become really good partners with all what you've got on here to offer.
Details to be confirmed soon.
Definitely.
Watch the space, or listen to the space.
We're on it. So hopefully, yes.
Just going back to what you said about Job Club, offering no pressure, offering a cup of tea and being supportive. I think, and it's a personal observation which I'm sure many share, there's a real growing need for these job clubs, isn't there, Janet?
Definitely. We're finding the people that are coming to them now have got multiple barriers to work. So the job centres are not really interested in dealing with those barriers. They're there to do their job, and there's this gap where that these individuals need that support, and we're there to do whatever they need us to do. And if sometimes it's just listen. On some occasions they get frustrated or they're a bit down, and it's just a listening process. But yeah, individual one-to-one support with a smile and a brew and a biscuit.
Well, I don't think you can say fairer than that, can you?
I hope not. We tend to be quite successful. We work with all ages. We run an apprenticeship scheme for Guinness housing, so we can move people into that as well. So we've got some good opportunities, and we work with their individual needs.
Great stuff. So could you mention your details to our listeners if they would like to get in touch with you?
Yes, absolutely. If anybody wants from the local area, you don't have to be a Guinness tenant. We are working with everybody in the local area. So my name's Janet Whitehead. I work for Upturn Enterprise. My phone number is 0779 557 7647, or my email address is janet.whitehead@upturn.org.uk.
That's great.
Is that okay?
That is great, Janet. Thank you very much. I'm sure that'll be a lot of help to many listeners out there. And I think just keep up the great work that you do, because with the ITC Centre and Awaaz Community Radio, we're aware of many people who do have many difficulties with various job centres or are feeling the pressure of being out of work. And I think anything that places like you can offer, to take the pressure off and help them in a constructive, and I think, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a holistic.
That's right.
The holistic approach.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, right from the very beginning, the first visit you go to the job centre to make that new claim, you're expected to come away and you've got 4 or 5 things that they expect you to do before you go back, and one of them is to open your Universal Job Match account. The other one is to do a CV, cover letter, and upload them both to the computer. Well, that's massive skills for people that have never even seen a computer or turned a computer on. And believe it or not, in 2015 there are still a lot of people that have never turned a computer on, and not necessarily elderly people. I've got a couple of 17-year-olds I'm working with who don't have a smartphone or access to the internet, so it is quite widespread. And I think the job centre just assume everybody's got this access and this capability, and it's quite sad really. So then the early days of new claims is a really important time.
I think also there's also that sort of generation who there are people who, of course, there were no IT classes at school, and so if the younger generation are learning today, it is partly through school. It's because the IT is there, but there are obviously generations who did not have that school. So you would have missed that process where you would have learned in that environment of academia.
Definitely, and some of them are quite embarrassed about it, and there should be no embarrassment. Like you're saying, the young ones have been born into it, they're growing up with it and develop with it as it continues to progress. But no, my age group, I wasn't born up to it. It was still a black and white box in the corner when I was a child. And
you don't look that old, Janet. You
we
don't.
had 3 channels, and that was that. So you ask my children about setting on the DVD at home. I'm not very good.
I was apparently a baby when the fourth one started. So I can actually honestly say there was 3 when I was born.
So it's really not that long ago then, is it?
No, it's not at all. Goodness, I was like 16 last week.
Yeah, and I was just 21, so that's fine.
Great speaking to you, Janet. Thank you so much for coming over.
You too, thank you.
It's great to have you on the radio and something interesting for our listeners to listen to.
Good, thank you very much.
Great,
for your time.
Enjoy your day here.
I will, thank you.
Thank you for listening into Awaaz Community Radio. My name is Saira, and my next guest is Tariq Mahmood. Welcome to Awaaz Community Radio, Tariq.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Thank you for coming over to the Family Fun Day and Open Day at the ITC Centre.
Yes, my pleasure. I really enjoyed it. A lot of kids playing outside, and it's really nice to see them. It's good to come down and see them to having fun.
And I believe this is not your first visit. You were here at an open day a couple of years ago as well.
That's right. I've been here probably 2 years ago when the opening thing I was here. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But the opening ceremony.
Yeah, opening ceremony. That's right.
Fantastic.
Really enjoyed it. They were really very nice people, and really had a good fun over here.
Well, we're pleased that you enjoy our open days because you're back for more. Yeah. That's a good sign. It means we're doing something right. That's right. Great. So would you like to tell our listeners a little bit more about yourself? So for those listeners who might not recognise his voice, because we can't unfortunately broadcast the picture, but if they saw your face, they'd know who you were. Tariq Mahmood, internationally renowned cricket star.
Yeah. Yes, I applied for Pakistan and a few years ago, and then I left Pakistan after some sort of dispute or some sort of thing. So I've been playing in this country for probably 10 years as a professional. So I really enjoyed here. Some controversial things happened. I have to quit from Pakistan team.
Well, I think, what is cricket without controversy?
Yeah, of course. Obviously, when you play at that level, obviously a lot of things happen. But a lot of people, they quit very quietly, and some make like a big sound. So I didn't bother to make it like a big fuss. So I just sneak off from there.
Can I ask, how did it feel to play for your own country? I mean, that's such a huge honour.
Well, it is, can you guess it? There was a 5 big state, and how many people? I think 180 million people, something like that. So, be honest, it's quite honor. It's like a dream, and sometimes I go in my past and think about it. It's just like how I did it. Can't believe it. So yes, it is great pleasure to play for a country, especially obviously it was a back route from Pakistan. Everybody loved Pakistan. So it was great pleasure to play for Pakistan, yes.
That's great. And can I ask what you think about today with them? I mean, you're saying controversy in cricket. I mean, I'm telling you that happens today as well. I mean, every sport, I opened the papers today and every sport has some kind of controversy. Nothing is safe. Athletics, cycling, which I thought was fairly non-controversial, but, every football, FIFA, everywhere there's controversy. How do you feel about cricket, your game? Do you feel that it is looking after itself, to prevent its name being dragged in the mud? How do you think it is today?
Well, to be honest with you, if you go in the past, because I've been through this situation, I can tell people better than reading or watching on the TV. What happens is when you do very, very top sort of performance in the domestic, and afterwards a lot of people, all of a sudden in the night the sides change and somebody take your place, and which is unfortunately, our back roots and what they like. If people push each other, come on, like a purchase system where you use it like a special word for that. And the people take your place in the night, so that hurts. Then you think, oh, why I've been the victim for this thing is I was more deserving and somebody else taking my place now. So that case, you don't have a choice. You have to say something. You have to pull the socks up. What's going on? I mean, why? And when you say why, then it's a very risky business. So you have to decide whether you're going to listen to them or you want like a mini-me or whatever there is, then you have to just shut up and just listen. But some sort of people, they can't stand with this injustice, So there's circumstances, the controversial does happen, I am doing my lot of different TV channels on my sports show about the Pakistan, England, Sri Lanka, India. A lot of things happen. So this is very common in the sports, like you said, a lot of other games, they are already involved, that sort of thing as well. But unfortunately what happens is, obviously, these kind of things happen. It doesn't matter what sports is there. So basically, this is a part of the, you can say, the politics in sports. So whether it's hockey or cricket or football, it's everywhere,
That's true. And before I let you go, I like a quick comment about what's happening with the Ashes at the moment. I just caught, I think, a headline on my news updates. I think Australia have lost a match or something. Any comments right now on the Ashes right now? Well,
to be honestly, the England played them first test brilliantly, and they were very in the air. They were thinking they underestimate.
Can you just wait 1 second? You just said England played brilliantly. It's so good to hear because I don't think English fans are used to hearing that.
No, but the second match they played really poorly, very badly. They got hammered badly.
Now that sounds more familiar.
Yeah,
yes, we're used to
so
this.
In the third game, England bounced back and really very in a style. The beautiful style. They come back and they beat Aussies in 8 or 9 wickets. Which was I think very good victory over the Aussies. So I think in the moment England got upper hand. So obviously we are British, we should support them and we should stand with them.
So what are the chances, do you think?
I think the England got better chances if they play like that with the passion they are playing. They bounce back, especially after the second test they were defeated really badly, and they bounce back nicely. And I think if they carry on like that, so I think. There's no way Aussie can do anything about them.
Fingers crossed, Tariq. That's all I can say. Fingers crossed. I think we the English need a victory, don't we?
Well, obviously England need a nice sunshine as well.
Well, if we can't get sunshine, can we please just win? Now and then. That's all we ask. We don't ask for too much. Australia gets a lot more sun than we do.
That's
so
right.
the least we can have is a victory now and then.
Well, at least you can get something.
At least something.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming over to chat to us, Tariq. It's a real honour for us, a real privilege.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you for listening to Awaaz Community Radio with your host Saira, and I have Peter with me. Hi, Peter.
Hi.
Hi, thank you for wandering in.
No problem.
To our Family Fun Day / Open Day. So can you tell our listeners a little bit about who you are and what you do?
I'm a neighbourhood officer for the Strange Ways area, and we look for basically problems and try and remedy them. In my area, my proactive area is Strange Ways, but we do cover the old north and east of Manchester. We're based at Central Park in Harper Hay, and we come out there. We work with the PCSOs and the police, but we're just based in their building. We're not.
So I believe, as we were chatting before we got on the radio, you were saying to me that you have the facility where if people have any issues, they can get in touch with you.
Yeah. We're trying to promote one that we have online at the moment. It's called a My Account, and you open this account and it deals with all the problems you could encounter, anything the council deal with. The council website at manchester.gov.uk is there for everyone, and you'll see the different aspects. It's not just about bins and paying your rent. There's a lot of other issues.
Great. So could you just explain to those who are perhaps maybe not so IT literate in some ways, what do they need to do when they get online? What do they do?
online to open this account. It's very basic. You just give your name, address. There's a few drop-down boxes, and it's basic. And once you've registered, you'll get an email, and you'll confirm. Just log in with your password and your name every time. And there's loads of services there. Again, there'll be drop-down boxes and other issue. You'll see it all. It's very basic and very easy.
Great. I'm glad it's so accessible. So I think this is really great. It sounds to me that the council's really trying to make everything more accessible, and it's just trying to get closer to the to each person in the area to to break down the barriers, make it easier, cut out the bureaucracy.
Yeah, it is. And people don't like phoning up. They don't. There's a big when you do phone up. You're our 10th caller. It's going to be half an hour.
Oh, I think we've all been there. You are 169th in the queue.
And you don't like the music either.
No, why can't we ever choose the music? Or just,
But we're trying to open this, and I've been asked to try and get some of the... Because Strange Ways is predominantly trade, commercial. I've been trying to get some of the shop owners, the managers to promote this, but it's open to residents as well. It's not just shopkeepers.
That's great. Can I just say a big thank you to Peter for coming onto the radio. Very brave. I know it's your first time on the radio.
Yeah.
You've literally just walked in and we've said, do you want to come on the radio and promote what you do? Thank you so much for promoting the services to our residents and our listeners. And I hope you have a nice time wandering around the stalls.
No problem. Thanks for the invite.
Have you got your eye on the bouncy castle or the barbecue?
If I didn't have to take my shoes off, I would.
Perhaps the barbecue. We'll head to, that's proving quite popular.
Brilliant.
Thanks again, Peter.
No problem.
Welcome to Awaaz Community Radio, broadcasting from the Family Fun Day and Open Day. And here I have Chris to speak to. Hi, Chris.
Hi.
Now, some of our listeners might remember that we interviewed you with Henry when you were doing the door supervisor course.
Yeah, I remember.
You remember, and I hope our listeners remember. So can you tell us what has happened with you after that course?
Oh, it's been really useful because after the course I just applied for a security guard. And I found Quickcar, an agency, it's been to employ me. And after 2 months, I was already employed. And I started to work as in the security. Now I'm waiting for my badge, but anyway, they know that I will be a security guard. And so I start my job. I think that in the ITC there are really, really good people that support you and support also if you have one goal, they try everything for achieve this goal. So I really like this place, and I will attend another course that is the CCTV. And also there are some promotion. No, I mean the course of CCTV can be free if you have done already the course of security of supervision.
That's great.
So it's really a good place, I think.
Oh, thank you very much. It's great to hear positive feedback, and congratulations to you.
Thank
on your
you
new
very
job.
much.
You must be so
I'm very
excited.
happy. Yes.
So when do you
Thank
start?
you very much for all.
Oh, you're very welcome. So when do you start your new job?
Already I am a steward, so already I'm working because they know, because I've been to have a course. When I've been in employment, they ask me, but you have done the course?
Right, they ask you back.
And they say yes. So never mind, because we know that you are going to take a badge. So I just apply for a badge. I'm waiting for my badge, but I already working in this moment.
Great stuff. Well, that's fantastic. Now, can I just ask you to have a look at this camera that we're recording and just do thumbs up? Just a thumbs up for us. Thank you. Have one happy learner. That's one for the records. Thank you again, Chris. And, we hope to have you back on the radio sometime. Tell us how your job's going in the future, definitely.
Oh, yeah, I will do it. Thank you very much again.
You're welcome. It's a nice, inspiring story for all ITC learners.
Yeah, thank you.
You're listening to Awaaz Community Radio, broadcasting from the ITC Centre Family Fun Day and Open Day. And I have Harry with me. Hi, Harry.
Hello, you alright?
I'm doing really well. I'm quite stuffed now. I've had quite a bit to eat.
Yeah, I had some of that rice before. It's very nice. It's filled me up. Although it was a bit difficult in that costume when it started repeating on me.
Oh dear,
Yeah.
okay. So shall we tell our listeners, Harry, you're a volunteer with Awaaz Community Radio.
I am indeed, yes.
Can we tell the listeners what you were doing today?
Yes, well, just to dispel a few myths as to who it was in the Scooby-Doo outfit. It was me. It was all me today.
The secret is out.
The secret's out, yes, that's it. And there's not many people you would see wearing a Scooby-Doo outfit, wearing a jacket underneath it.
Did you keep your jacket on under the costume?
I just kept all my clothes on because my pockets are full of valuable stuff, so I thought, I'll just keep it all on me. And because we're doing it outside, it's not as hot. But for anyone who's never worn one of those mascot outfits before, they do get very hot very quickly.
I would think so. Goodness. Wow, I didn't know you kept your jacket on. I just assumed you were in your t-shirt and jeans.
No.
Oh dear.
But,
okay, well, thank you even more so.
Yeah, no problem. It's all in the name of, all in the line of duty.
Well, I think the kids have really enjoyed. We've had a lot of positive feedback. Everyone's saying we'd love to see Scooby-Doo again.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I think Scooby will definitely have to come back. Maybe next time we should get Shaggy to come as well, because a lot of people were saying, "Where's Shaggy? Where's Shaggy?" I'm sure we could find a volunteer with a big head of hair and a little beard. Get him a green t-shirt and some brown flares.
That's it.
Get him out there, and it'll be useful to have someone to watch my back, because it's very difficult to see in that outfit.
So do you have tunnel vision in the Scooby-Doo outfit?
Quite literally, yeah. It was just two tiny holes as my window to the outside world, and I've done mascot work before, although last time it was a lot easier to see. But with that one, the kind of the danger is that you can see in front of you, but you can't see directly in front of you. So as was the case, some of the kids who were coming up and wanting to have a cuddle, if you don't see them and you're walking forward and you walk into them, you can it can be a tragedy. But
you could
thankfully,
walk over them, couldn't you?
You could walk over them, yeah. But thankfully, having had my experience before, I know that you should always kind of shuffle along rather than take great strides, just in case anyone does sneak up on you. But there's a few kids sneaking up on me. At one point, I had somebody pulling my tail and my tongue. So I was almost like a hog on a spit roast, being pulled from both ends. And then Scooby-Doo was put to bed for the day when two lads decided to have a game of tug-of-war with his tail and pulled his tail right off.
Oh dear. Scooby-Doo is now tailless.
Tailless, yeah. He's been docked,
oh dear,
so to speak.
Well, can I just say it was really brave of you to do that today?
Yeah, no, it was great. I was not expecting. Well, I didn't know what to expect when I turned up today, but so hopefully next time I might be able to bring some of my science gear with me as well, because I have a feeling it would go down very well at events like this. Particularly making the pots of slime and things like that. The kids would love to anything they can get into. I think they very much enjoy. But yeah, despite a little bit of rain, it's been a really, really good day.
So can you tell our listeners also a little bit, well, you mentioned just now about science, so you do have a scientific background of sorts.
Yeah, I do, yeah. Well, I mean, it's only been in the sort of the last year, and I've done a show about science before on the radio station. I have a few more planned. I've not been able to get in as late, but I'm hoping to come back and reveal some of these scientific things. But yeah, most of the science I learned myself after finishing school, college, university, just because it's all there, it's all available, and if you look into it, then there's some interesting stuff to be found, like the pictures of Pluto that have come to light, because when we originally discovered Pluto, it was one of the planets in our solar system, and then for a while they decided it wasn't a planet. They thought it was
Please
just
don't remind me of that.
Yeah.
I can't believe my favourite planet is not a planet anymore.
Yeah, but no, it's a planet again now.
Oh, it's a planet again?
Yeah,
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, so they said that Pluto wasn't a planet. They said it was a ball of ice, and now that the satellites have got closer to it, we've now found that actually it is a planet. So it's been redone as a planet, and if you have a look at it, they've got a brilliant picture of Pluto, and there's an area on the surface of Pluto, sort of like a dark patch, and if you get a biro pen and draw around it, it's actually in the shape of Pluto from the Disney films.
It's not.
It is. You can have a look online.
I'm checking the date. It's not the 1st of April today.
No, absolutely. And also, if you don't add as much detail, it looks like a love heart.
Really?
Yeah, so they were saying it was almost like a love letter to the Earth from Pluto. But
Oh, we're a romantic bunch, the human race.
we are indeed, yeah. We see the beauty in all things.
That's a good thing.
So Pluto. There's some amazing discoveries to be made there. Of course, we're still exploring Mars at the moment, seeing whether it's going to be any good for people who want to move out there and go and live there. Although there was a picture that was released of something that looked like an arachnid on Mars, which
the crab-like.
yeah. No, so if there is,
feature.
yeah, it sounds like an episode of Doctor Who, doesn't it? The Spiders of Mars.
It does.
I mean, if there are spiders on, I mean, you know, we've got enough spiders on this planet. I don't want to go to another one that's full of giant ones. I think I'll keep my feet firmly on the old terracotta.
It's true. I was reading somewhere, and I cannot remember the word. I know it starts with P. There's a thing where humans will look for an image because that's what we're kind of trained to do. We attach significance in that we, project what we're kind of almost half expecting.
Yeah,
so.
It's the humans' sort of innate instinct to try and identify something that you don't know what it is, which is why we see shapes in the clouds. We see these sort of indistinct things, and we try and make sense of them, and we can see all these amazing shapes and images. And I suppose it's the same thing. I mean, it could just literally be a piece of rock, but it looks very sort of crab spider-like. So. But who knows? And then they're also talking about that asteroid that they landed the satellite on, and how they're looking for traces of life on that as well, even on the most basic level. Because of course, it's one of the theories of how life began on this planet, was that everything was in its kind of boiling early stages, and an asteroid from some other part of the galaxy crash landed and started the sort of first microbiotic or bacterial life into motion. So if they do find life on this asteroid, it might open up a few more doors, might answer a few questions to which we're still looking for the answer.
Well, they've identified many planets that they say are Earth-like. Now, I don't know what the criteria is, but that sounds quite exciting.
Yes, I mean, they have actually located a planet which is, and I can't for the life of me remember what the name of it is. It's one of these long sort of names with numbers in it and stuff like that. But yeah, they've located a planet that is pretty much identical to Earth, and that's
many billions of light years away.
Yeah, a long way away. Yeah, it'll take several generations to get there, and obviously we don't have the technology to get there yet. But yeah, what they're looking for is they're looking for planets that have got a similar atmosphere, that have got vegetation, that the temperature's right. Also, you have to take into account the gravity as well, because I think there was someone saying about the gravity of Mars is that if it's slightly stronger, then it can actually wear down our bones, almost like grind them down because the gravity's too strong.
I read an interview with somebody who is the husband of an applicant for the Mars 1 mission, which would be to colonize Mars, and his concerns about his wife, and he mentioned I can't remember whether it's increased or reduced gravity, and the effect that it will have on the bones, fertility, the radiation risks and so on. Quite likely that his wife would die of cancer on that planet.
Well, this is one of the problems of sort of long distance space travel at this moment in time, is that there are very, very dangerous sort of waves in outer space, gamma rays and things like that, which if we get hit with a significant blast of those kinds of levels of radiation, unfortunately, like the Fantastic Four, it won't give us superpowers, but what it will do is probably make us very, very sick. So one of the tasks of moving to another planet is surviving the journey.
That's true. Well, I would love to talk to you more about science, but I think we're going to have to get back to the fun day now, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly.
But you know what? I'm glad we've talked a bit about science, because it's giving our listeners a bit of a taste of what is to come with you.
Yes, absolutely. And on some of my future shows, I will expand upon the planets theory and other interesting theories. What was I looking at the other day? There was something about bacteria. Going back to bacteria very quickly, there's a particular type of bacteria which for a long time the Americans thought was bad because it caused stomach ulcers, and they've pretty much now got rid of it in America. But what they've recently come to realise is that this particular bacteria released a hormone into the body which controlled our appetite and told us when to stop eating, which could explain as to the growing waistlines across America. But there, again, all to be expanded next time.
Oh, you're leaving our listeners hanging, which is a good thing. Leave them wanting more.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you very much, Harry, for coming over to talk to us, and of course for being Scooby-Doo today.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
You've been listening to Awaaz Community Radio, broadcasting live from the ITC Centre Family Fun and Open Day, and what a fantastic day it's been. The weather really came out for us in the afternoon. Thank you to everybody for coming over. Great interest in the courses, fantastic. If you still have any questions, give us a call on 0161 839 9817. That's 839 9817. Big thank you to all the staff holders. The stall holders. Also, don't forget the volunteers. The volunteers really made today. Scooby-Doo, you were much loved, and you've got to come back to us again. Hope the kids had a great day. Hope you all had a great time. Catch us on Facebook. We've got lots of photos up. Give us your feedback. Thank you for listening. Till next time.